Hello, hello, my crafty friends. I hope you're all having a great night. I have just been running around frantically, and I mean frantically, trying to find my embossing powder for white. I have 3 containers unmarked that look white, but they're clear. So I apologize for being a few minutes late. So tonight we're going to do some, I'm going to have some housekeeping because I've got lots going on this month. So, and then we'll get crafting. I've got a card and a box, and simple, but it packs a wow. And I'm going to show you some tips on using the gingerbread bundle. So stay tuned. Hi Debbie, hi Christina, thank you guys for coming on. And can you hear me okay? Let's see here, I'm just making some room. Hey Stephanie, yay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera down. So September is a wonderful time of the year because we've got this new online exclusives that just came out in September, and the new September to December mini catalog. So I think that this is one of the best ones that we've had in a while. When you look at the combination of products in these 2 publications, wow, they knocked it out of the park. So let me talk about what I've got going on, and then we'll get crafting. So this Saturday I have my in-person class, and we're going to be making these 3 cards. So I've got the long time no see, and the butterfly with that direct to paper technique that I showed a couple weeks ago, and then this beautiful fall just for you card using some of the new products in that. This one here is in the online exclusive, this suite of products here. Oh, the paper is gorgeous. And then the stamp set and this label die is in the mini catalog. So some nice things coming up. This is for Saturday in my in-person class. I know I get some of my in-person peeps watching, so I like to give them a little preview. So that's for Saturday, and then on Sunday I have my crafter scrapbook class at 10, when I am just, you know, moseying along with my scrapbooking, and it's kind of like a craft along with me. I show you some of the kits, put them together, and I haven't even started my virtual album retreat kit yet, and so I'm hoping to do that, get a couple pages done, but I wanted to do one of the older kits that I had. So that will be on Sunday at 10 o'clock. I usually do that for about an hour. And then on Monday at 7 p.m. I'm going to do my Craft Your Happy Mail September class. So this is a class that you can purchase, and it is $25.95, and you get everything you need, all the die cutting, all the embossing, all the pieces, the gems and ribbon and envelopes, anything you need for $25.95, which includes the shipping. So $6 of the $25.95 is shipping. So you're getting a lot of cards, and they're ready to go. You just need some sentiments, because I can't stamp the sentiments, but I'm going to make the cards that this kit will create on Monday at 7 o'clock right here on my YouTube channel. And anyone that purchases the kit will also receive, I've got a PDF, a color PDF with all the steps and supplies needed to make the cards. And the package will get sent to you just like this. So, and I'll have like some protection on there so nothing gets bent. And in there you've got your envelopes, and inside is everything, and I included even some designer paper to do your envelopes. So I'll show you all of that on Monday. I'm really excited. So my website is not quite set up to do like a ordering on my website for the backyardstamper.com yet. So if you're interested in ordering this kit anytime in September, just please send me an email. It's backyardstamper@gmail.com right here, and I'll set you up with that, and I can send you a PayPal invoice or something like that. Okay, so that's exciting. That's a new thing. So I've got Craft Your Stash on Thursdays, Craft Your Scrapbook on Sundays, and then once a month I will have Craft Your Happy Mail on Monday nights. So I'm really, really excited about that. Then on, that's September 15th. And then on September 27th, my in-person people will be making these 3 cards. So they can watch the video and get a little sneak peek. Then on September 29th, I have the online Christmas card kit, and that is, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys have ordered this kit yet. It is the Road to Christmas kit. It's $14. There's no stamping. You get all these punch outs, and you know, all you have to do is flip them over and you've got all these nice punch outs to use for other projects. So these are different languages, and these are the cards. They look so good. So I am going to be having my kit class in person on World Card Making Day, but I'm going to put together a kit on that September 29th to show you what it is. Because if you want to order this from me, you have 2 choices. You can order it through my store and pay the $14.95 and get it delivered right to your home, or anybody that orders it from me and we do the in-person class for $20, you're going to get the kit and 2 rows of rhinestones so you can bling up your card, and I'm going to provide an extra sheet of dimensionals because I popped up absolutely everything and the directions didn't have it that way. So I'm going to include an extra sheet of dimensionals, and let's see, where's my card that had my sample thing in it? Right here. Okay, so sometimes people that make a lot of make their cards, they notice the difference. Hey Chris, thanks for popping on. So they notice the difference in a kit cardstock. So the front is very well supported because you've got your pieces and your dimensionals, and there's some weight to that, and it's nice. But the back alone is noticeably weaker than the front, let's just say. So anybody that orders from me or does the class in person, they're going to receive a piece of Lost Lagoon and another piece of basic white to put on the inside, and that will stabilize that inside. So for $20, they will get, in person, they're going to get the extra dimensionals, the 8 pieces of Lost Lagoon and basic white to add some weight to their card, 2 columns of dimensionals, and I think that's it. And if anybody wants to order it from me to mail, then I just need to add the shipping for that. Okay, so and if you want to order it for the $14, which is what the kit costs as is, go ahead and order it through my store. But if you want the extra stuff, you can order it through the store, but then you have to pay $7.95, or just let me send it to you with the extra stuff, and it'll probably be less than $7.95. So hopefully that makes sense. And then on World Card Making Day, Stampin' Up! Is having a free event, which is kind of exciting. And it's a free event, and they do ask you to register. Everybody that registers is going to receive a small gift from Stampin' Up! I don't know what it is, but if you come to my event in person but didn't register, you're not going to get the gift that Stampin' Up! It's from Stampin' Up! So just go on to my Stampin' Up! Website, kathyschmitt.stampinup.net, and go ahead and sign up for World Card Making Day. No obligation, no cost. You're just going to fill in your name and your email address. And if you have any trouble, shoot me an email, backyardstamper@gmail.com. But what Stampin' Up! Is going to be making at their World Card Making, and in New Hampshire, where I am, that's going to be at 4 o'clock. So my class will be at 10 o'clock in the morning. So anybody that registers for World Card Making will be able to go home and watch it and get a twofer for that day, because you'll have 2 classes. So what they're going to show, it's 2 o'clock Mountain Time, which makes it 4 o'clock Eastern Time. They're going to show this awesome kit, and I have a picture of it. So here's the kit. It's called Handmade and Heartfelt. And here's the code number for it. It's $32. You get 10 cards. There's 5 designs. You're going to get 2 of each one, and you get this box. So it's kind of like a desk organizer. It's really nice and heavy. Heavy cardstock. The adhesive's already on with the 3M, and you just peel them off and fold it up. Really nice. And then the cards are nice. So I lost one of my gems. It's hitchhiking on one of these other cards. I'll have to find my little sequin. The glue dot is there, so I'm not sure why the sequin fell off, but at any rate. So here's the cards. Oh, there's another one that's falling off, so I might have just not pushed them down hard enough. I just put them on and just left them. But nice cards. So I think they're great. And I put them together just like the directions, except I put my bow on the outside. In their directions, they have it weaving underneath the label. I couldn't get it to look right. So I am just making my bow on top. So, and then these. And then the last ones are these. See, here's one that I did under, and here's one I just did on top. So I like on top better, you know. So anyways, that's what that card kit is. I'm looking to see if my gem is inside. It's somewhere. It's stuck to one of these cards. I know it. But I was very happy with the cards in this kit. Sometimes you have to like dress them up. I didn't do anything on the inside, but these cards are a little bit heavier than the Christmas ones. I'm really thinking they are a little heavier. So this is the one, I don't know where the one is that I lost. So anyways, that's World Card Making Day. Don't forget to sign up. You can always purchase this kit to do on World Card Making Day, or you can make the Christmas card kit. So this kit also is an all-inclusive, so you get the stamp set, which is right here. I put the little code number inside. Nice stamp set, Secret C, the twine, the block, the glue dots, and dimensionals. So all inclusive, and I think it's worth the $32. When I saw that price, I was like, oh man, that's going to be too expensive. And I was really happy with the way they look. Okay, that is all the housekeeping. Wow, I have never done that in any housekeeping ever. Oops, and it comes with tear and tape. Okay, so let me just bring in what we're going to do tonight. So we are going to make a card and a box, and I will have a template on my backyardstamper.com, probably not until Saturday afternoon. It's really busy at work, and I have company coming tomorrow night, so I'm not sure that I will be able to pull that off. So part of what I'm using for my inspiration is something called Whimsy Workshop. And this is something that my upline, Angie Judah, and my sideline, Marissa Alvarez, collaborate to provide their customers and their team. So customers of theirs have to purchase this, or they get it free with a certain level of purchase, but the team gets it for free. And I love it because it's every month, and they give you full color instructions and a template. And so we actually did this on Monday night at our team mystery stamping, and it worked out really good. So I'm going to do the card and the box and with you guys. So my trimmer left a little bit of raggedy edge there. Okay, so the card is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to fold it at 4 1/4. I added this piece. This is embossed with the, I don't know if you can see that. There it goes. It's embossed with oh, here it is, right on the bottom. Embossed with the embossing folder that goes with Christmas Words Collage. This is called Christmas Words Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. So you can cut out words, or like I did, just emboss the piece. So that's pretty neat. So I added that, and then you need a doodad that is approximately 3 3/4 by 5, and I am using, oh, I love this. This is a new die set, and it's called Branching Out Dies. This is part of a bundle, but I didn't get the stamp set. I want these dies. They're all stitched, they're layering. This can certainly be used standalone, all of the extra doodads. And let me just see what page that's on in here so I can tell you. Branching Out, page 50. It's so nice that we can open the catalog and show it. Okay, so here's the bundle. The bundle price, you always save 10% if you buy the bundle. So the bundle price is $47.50. The stamp set alone is $24, and the dies are $29. So I only purchased the dies, and I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with them. I love them. All right, so that's something you might want to think about. It's 16577. I can't read that last number. For just the dies, it's sorry, oh, there it is. Oh, 165,775 for just the dies, $29. Okay, so I cut this piece, and it's stitched but it's a little hard to see because it's on the designer paper. But this is that designer paper that is Traditions of Christmas. And you get so many of, I mean, this pack of paper is so unique because you've got these really elegant, this whole sheet cuts out, by the way, with the dies. But you get this elegant, and then you have just like background paper. Elegant and Secret C background paper. This is like a punch in the face, but I've been making some pretty nice cards with it, and I was like a little bit shocked that I was able to use that piece, because out of all of this is my least favorite just because it's a little busy, a little loud. And then you've got this beautiful plaid. And then this one here is a little busy, but look at the back. That's what we're using. So we've got that and that. This piece is gorgeous, and I'll show you the box I made the other night using this piece. And look at the fun plaid. And then this is one of the pieces that die cuts out, I think. Oops, nope, it's one of these back here. This piece here also die cuts out these flowers. So really, really nice. And look at that Secret C. Oh, I love it. Traditions of Christmas. It is a 12 by 12, and it's a specialty one because of the gold foiling, so it's $16.50 instead of $12.50 as normal. All right. Yak, yak, yak. Okay, so I'm just going to prep my card, and then I'm going to prep my box, because then we're going to decorate both using the gingerbread. So I am going to glue this piece down. I like to use glue whenever something is embossed, because I think it grips it, and because it gets in the nooks and crannies. I should have taken a little nail file to that. And I just did a real skinny border because it's tone on tone. I actually did my card front, like I opened it up and put it through, and it was upside down. So I chopped it off, and that's what we're using. But now I turned it right side up. So, oh boy. So funny. Okay, so this is going to go on, and I'm just going to glue that down as well, and then we'll go ahead and set it aside momentarily. And we will work on the box. I have this piece for my inside, like so. So my card, so I'm going to have something like this on the front. This one was one I already did ahead of time, just in case I have a boo-boo. So that's fun. So we'll go ahead and leave that aside for a moment, and then let's bring in the box. All right, so I'm getting my scoreboard, and look at my template. So this is 7 by 6.5, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches on all four sides. So 1.5, 1.5, rotate it, 1.5, and the last 1.5. Oh, got a little crooked there. Okay, so scored 1.5 the whole way. There. And then for the lid, you can do cardstock or DSP. This is 6 1/16, so I had to cut it with my paper trimmer to get that 1/16. And then it's 5 9/16, so it's a little tick mark right after 5.5. And on this one, you're going to score on all four sides. And if you're scoring on designer paper, you do want to make sure you're using the fat tip on your stylus, because you can push too hard and tear your paper. So I'm going to do the same thing, 1 inch all the way around, and I'm going to rotate it as I go. And that is it for the scoring. set that aside. And then I'm going to bring in, whoops, I'm going to burnish it all. Oh, I hate to cover that side up, but it really won't go well with the gingerbread. But I'll show you the other one that I did that's very elegant. Okay, so I've burnished all 4. Let me do this one too. What I like about this box, the finished box is 4 by 3.5 by 1.5, so really good size. And it also shows the base, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to cut right on the score line, and then I'm going to come in and angle here. That will help it fit and fold up nicely. So right on the score line, and then your angle cut, and that one, there we go. And one this side, angle cut. So it doesn't really matter which way you cut, whether you do, I tend to do the longer side, but I could have cut this way, but you just need to always cut opposite. Oh, that gingerbread is adorable, Chris. I agree with you, definitely. My mom is probably watching too. Hi, Mom. She wasn't feeling well today, and I hope she's feeling better. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Now, this is really hard to see with all that foiling, so I'm just going to flip it over and cut here, angle cut it. You don't have to take a lot on your angle cuts. I see people really going to town with it, but you really don't need to. And I've got that. I'm so excited. So I got 3 huge boxes of Stampin' Up yesterday. Huge. And that Christmas, the Road to Christmas, I ordered 26 of the kits because I know that's going to sell out, and I've got my class because I do a morning and an afternoon, so I'm hoping I have enough. All right, so there's all my cuts. Let me get rid of all the mess. All right, then to build the box, you're going to use adhesive on all 4 sides. So I'm going to use my Seal Plus. For a minute I thought I did it on the wrong side. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it up and make your corners nice and neat. And fold up this side, and again, just make your corners nice and neat like that. Believe it or not, that 1/16 makes the difference on whether or not this box is going to fit. And I had different paper picked out. I wanted to use the tags for Christmas DSP, but it's only 6 by 6, and I needed 6 by 1. Yes, I'll give you the angle cut. Hold on one second, Chris. It was only 6 by 6, and I needed 6 and 1/16. So here's the angle cut. See how I just have that little bit cut out? And then I cut my outside. I just come in slightly. So if this was straight, here's a straight edge. Pretend this is my straight edge. See how I've taken just a little bit off of the side, and then that. Does that help, Chris? Let me know. All right, and then I'm going to put this on here, and we'll do the same thing. Bring up the sides. You can use tear and tape, you can use glue. I'm using Seal Plus, so that works really. You just need something heavy duty. Okay, so that is coming together lickety split. So look at this size. Isn't that nice? Nice size. Now my top's going to fit just perfectly. And look, see, I love that you can see some of the bottom box. And if the difference is, if you make the top and the bottom, you score them the same at 1.5, then this piece would have come all the way down. But I like having the trim. All right, so we've got our box, we've got our card. Now we need to do the gingerbread, and I want to show you a tip that I have. So I die cut the gingerbread. This one, I cut his head off by accident. So I have a piece of tape. So I'll use that because I think I can put the hat on, but we won't use that one tonight. I cut a couple of them. All right, because we don't want to waste a crank. The way you want to cut, it's a 5.5 by 8.5, so it's a half a sheet of cardstock. You can do 2 at a time. There's no stitching. And it's one big die. You can see it here, this big die. And because you can fold this and make yourself a little gingerbread card that opens like so. Isn't that cute? So I am going to cut it apart. Oh snap, which happens to be one of the sayings, oh snap. So I am going to for right now, I'm just going to cut on the line. I am going to round it off, but I don't want to do that till I stamp because I'm going to show you why. So now I have 2 pieces, and Debbie, you're making me laugh. Okay, so I've got see, it's a big stamp, and it's also a wobbly stamp, so real easy to get it out of whack. So here's my tip. Die cut your image first, then lay your gingerbread down on top, following your die cutting. Okay, so I've got, and if I stop moving it, it would help. Okay, so now he looks like it's in the right spot. The head's a little there, just like so. Okay, then I'm going to bring my block on top of it, and it's a big block. Boom. All right, so now I've got my guy. I'm going to test this one because I'm going to, yep, that one works too. So when you cut them both together, you only have to kind of match up one because these are mirror images of each other. All right, now I am going to do my embossing. And who remembers this big honkin' tray that we used to have? I'm getting powder, glitter, whatever, all over my floor. Okay, who remembers this one? Woo! I thought this one I hardly ever used, but Mr. Gingerbread is perfect because the small one that we used to sell won't fit both of them. Well, I guess it will, but you know what? It's tight and I don't want them to touch. All right, so I've got that. My heat gun is ready. I've got my Versamark, and I'm going to ink up the gingerbread really well with the Versamark. Okay, so then I'm going to, and you know what, hold on 1 minute, let me get my mat, my foam mat, because it's photopolymer, and that will help get a nice stamped image. So then bring it down. Yep, I think I moved it at the last minute, but it will be fine. So I'm just applying some good pressure. Okay. There's my, see my Versamark? Tone on tone. Let me do the other one. Oops, let me dump some powder on first. I'll show you what I'm doing with the second one, but I'm just going to dump some powder on them. That way the Versamark doesn't dry. Okay. Look at how old my label is. It's still working. So my Versamark's probably that old too. Well, it's not that old. I have some that are no longer white inside. That's okay. All right, so now I'm going to put this one right on top. Just like so. You know, it's a cookie, so it doesn't, the frosting doesn't have to be perfect. But my friend Cindy gave me a really good idea. She hasn't embossed it yet. She's done the paint marker and done stitch marks around the outside. I thought that was great. So here's my other ones. All right, let me get my stuff out of the way. Okay, move my stamp set. All right, bring in my pumpkin tray. I'm gonna dump my white powder on this side too. My fan is on, so I need to shut that off because I can see my powder blowing. Okay. I'm being very generous. I used the whole bottle. Okay, so now I'm going to pick it up, do a little tap, 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 flick, flick, flick. That one looks really good. This guy is buried. If you get any stray bits, you can use a paintbrush, which I don't have handy. Flick it, that works the best. And if all else fails, use your fingernail. All right, so those two, and then what you would do is bring it, funnel it all back in. When we used to do classes where we'd have 80 people. So I transferred all of mine into Tupperwares because, you know, we had to have more than one little jar of embossing powder at a class. Plus, people would never get it back into the thing. All right, so let me move that out of the way. Whew. Okay. And then my heat tool. And I forgot something, but that's all right. We're going to go without it. I was going to do the little curly cues. Sorry. This is loud, I know. Sorry. There it goes. Isn't embossing just magical? It's literally the first thing I ever learned how to do when I'm stamping. I made all my Christmas cards that year and embossed them all. Oh, looks so yummy. I should have my tweezers. There we go. All right, so that one's done. Look at the difference. That's how you can tell when your embossing powder is done, is it turns shiny. So sorry for the noise, guys. I never do embossing on screen just for this reason, but I really wanted to show you what I think is a good tip on the gingerbread, lining them up. And Stephanie, you've made this gingerbread. Do you do it the same way, or did you just stamp it first and then die cut it? Oh, I bumped that right there. It blew away and I bumped it. All right. Whew. Get rid of that noise. Okay, so then what I am going to do, let me grab my ink pad. So this is pecan pie. See, one of them's going to go on my box and one's going to go on my card. So pretty good. All right, I'm going to do tone on tone. Let me see. I'm going to get my little faces. I like the smiley face. There's a winking face. I haven't used the wink yet, so we can do, well, no, I'm going to just use the smiley. And let me put my glue top back on. All right, so I got my smiley. Let me grab my Stampin' mat. Now, I did it in early espresso on my other cards. I thought it was a little dark. I think that looks good. See how cute that looks? So cute. So cute. All right. Oh, you did? You stamped first, so you didn't have any problem lining it up? Well, you're a pro with gingerbread. For sure. Okay. But if I was doing a class on my gingerbread card, that's how I would tell them to do it. Die cut it first, and then they can stamp. All right, so then we've got this. And then what I did was I've got my bits already cut out, so we can dress up our little gingers. Let's see here. Oh, dimensional top. It comes with a bow tie, which I think is super cute. And I'm going to dress them the same. There's my hat. Here's my bow tie for this side. Oh, so cute. And then to cover up, oh, you know what I got to do? I got to round my arms. So to cover it up, this is where you can put one of the doodads, the mug or the candy, the lollipop. Any of those will cover this misshapen arm from where the fold was. There. There we go. All right, so this is going to go there. This is going to go here. That's going to go on top. All right, so I've got a candy cane, I've got a candy piece, and I've got a lollipop. So I'm going to use the lollipop on this side, and I think I'll use the mug on that side. And then we'll use the candy cane over here, and we'll use the other candy. Nope, I want the candy down here and the candy cane over here. There. And then I'll put some little sparkles on them. So let me go ahead and let's bring the card back in. I'm going to pop up my card. I don't know what happened to my dimensionals. My packet. Oh, okay. Oh, I got a bunch of littles. That'll work. Okay. And then we'll just chop some pieces here. I do like that the edge of the little ones is quite a lot. Nice and thick. All right, so there's that one. Let's do this guy. It's going to be on the box, and I need to cut that one in half. And on the box, I know he's going to hang over a little bit, so I'm going to make sure that my dimensionals don't go right near the edge. I'm going to bring them in a little bit. When I was cutting these, the hat and stuff, I just took like a quarter sheet of cardstock, and you can pretty much fit everything on at once. So don't waste your crank. There. All right. So we got that and that. Oh, that's so cute. All right, let's do the box first. So we're going to do something like this. Let's take my dimensionals off. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. All right, and we'll go ahead and we'll glue these on. This is that one. This is my cut piece, so I was going to do the mug over here. I could do the candy cane over there. Ooh, I kind of like that. The red candy cane? Yeah. All right, I'm going to do that. Oh, I was going to put the candy cane over here, though. Let's see. Maybe we'll do the opposite. It's opposite day. We'll do the white candy cane. And I see how that just covers up. Oops, now I got glue everywhere. It covers up that misshapen where I went around the corner. Nobody ever is going to know. And then I am going to cover that one up with this little guy. Like so. Put it off to the side a little bit. There. So cute. And then I'm just going to add some glue to the hat. All right, that one's done. Let's put this guy on the card. I could have cut him a little shorter, but and then said, oh snap, on the box. I didn't have the heart though. It's just too darn cute. All right, so we've got this. And see how the branching out dies just fit perfectly, and then you've got your extra doodaddys. I'm going to put my glue there, and a little bit right there, and a little bit right there. There. And we'll put our lollipop on this side. What I did with the lollipop, so the lollipop die cuts out, this is all one piece, the lollipop, the stick, and then the swirl. So you end up getting extra pieces, and you can fit them in back into each other. Or what I did was I had the red piece, a big red left over, and then the white that came out of the middle of here, and I kind of stacked them to give it a kind of a pepperminty look. I thought that was kind of cute. And I'm going to glue that one down. Because the gingerbread's already popped up, so I don't want to. There. So cute. Okay, so, oh, we almost forgot the bow tie. Gotta have the bow tie. Not to be confused with Botox. See if anybody's paying attention. Oops. And then, so you see, I did stamp his face down a little bit because see how my hat is almost not going to fit. Whoops. Now his head is showing. All right, well, we're going to squish that right into the card. So it's a little over the edge, but I think it will still be fine. All right, and then let's stamp some words here. We've got seasons eating. Ooh, you know what would be good? That would be great on the box, because then I could put some mini gingerbread cookies in there. Wouldn't that be great? And then on the outside, we'll do baking spirits bright, because I kind of want a strip one, because then I can put it like right across the bottom. So like that. And then that. And I've got my red. I think I'm going to do garden green, because I got an awful lot of red right there. I always really love it when they do the traditional garden green and real red at the holidays. I love that, because I'm not sure that I'm a fan of all the other. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? This is what I wanted to do. So last time I made, this is the two-tone cardstock that I ran through that embossing, and then I sanded off all the letters. Isn't that neat? So I thought maybe I could do Holly Jolly, or there was one, this one's cute, Season's Greetings. There was a fa la 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 la. Let's see, Dear Santa, Eat My Cookies, Ho Ho Ho, and where's my fa la 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 la? Of course, it's the last one. So I could do fa la 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 la, like that. Oh, I like that. Okay, we're going to do that. Yes, I do. I like the cherry cobbler too, and they've got a lot of doubles this time, so I love that. All right, I'm going to look for another one. 'Tis the Season. And I'm going to just put it off to the side a little, and I like it, even though it's red. We're going to go with it because I really like how these came out with the two-tone cardstock, and just I used a nail file. So, and then on some of them, like, see how I couldn't get them? I kind of rounded the paper a little bit to get the edge up. It worked great. Okay, let me close this up. All right, and I am going to put some mini dimensionals on fa la 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 la. I might have to cut my minis even in half. Let me see here. Skinny minis. Whoops. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so I want both of my, actually, let me take off one of them. We'll put it like that, so it's half on and half off. Like so. And for some reason, the minis, I think, are a different size, thick. Let me see if I can find my other. I know they're here. I think I threw them in the kit box. Another package. All right. So we'll take one of these, and I'll cut that one in half. Okay, let's see here. And I'm going to put that right here. And then I'll put a little bit of glue on the fa, la, la. All right. Do I have the sticky off? Nope. Okay, see how cute that is? Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, and then this one is going to be 'Tis the Season. And I'm going to do the same thing. What I did was I put a dimensional on the outside here and then glued on the inside. Oops, that's a little high. I wanted it down. And so like that. So I'll glue on the other side and take this off. Oh, so cute. That ties into the embossing folder too. So I like that. All right, and then we need our bling for some buttons. And I liked using the blue, or let's bring the green in. It's not really the right shade of green, but I'm going to give them some big buttons too. There. Yes, anybody that is on tonight, please check out Debbie Frank's YouTube channel called Frankly Stamping. She just started it today and she would like subscribers. So please feel free to pop over and subscribe to her channel, and we will all share the love together. Oops, and I want a red one. I like putting the big red ones up here on the hat, kind of like a sparkle for the pom-pom. And then I also need a sparkle in there. So let's do that. Now my candy's coming alive. And one more over here. See, that makes a big difference. Just having that little red dot there made all the difference. Yes, I'm so excited, Debbie, that you're starting your YouTube channel. Oh, yay. All right, so let's see where we're at. I just needed to do the inside of the card. So let me stamp that. I'm going to stamp in red. Red, red, red. Did I already take the red out? Yes, I did. Okay, here's my red. And I am going to stamp, let's see here, Baking Spirits Bright, Seasons Eating, Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice. I like that one for the inside. So let me put these away. Well, Baking Spirits Bright, we can do that. It's just a lot of white space there because I got a cup I can put on there. We'll do that since this is right here. Ooh, I love it. And then we can put a little cup there, like so. And because these gems are flat, I can put a gem on the inside as well. So let's put a little Goldie on there. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, hey, I don't think I was that harsh. It's just fun to do. Go live. Nobody cares if there's mistakes. And I don't ever spend any time editing because I don't have that kind of time with working. You know, I'm glad I can find the time to go live more than one time a week. The biggest thing is just to be consistent. Pick a time to go online or a day and say you're going to do a video every day, every week on that day. And if you break it into little steps like that, then your channel will grow. All right, so there's my card in my box. And let me show you the other ones that we made. So I made this one, and I don't know where my card went. I got a Halloween version. Now this is the same thing. It's just here's the big piece, and then I just used little doodads instead of a big gingerbread. And here's my box, Petunia Pop on the bottom, and these Halloween ones. This will hold some nice candy. I'm making these for coworkers, and I'm going to put in some to give you a perspective of the size. So Angie gave me the link to these, the little fidgets that you can kind of do. And then I have some gummies, gummy bears, and a Halloween toy. And I'll put some shreddy in there too, so it will look nice. And there you go. Isn't that cute? Oh, my line of work, I work for the state of New Hampshire, and I am a budget person for the Department of Education. So what we do is, our role in the fiscal office is to make sure the grants don't get overspent by the program. So we work with the program. So I do the title programs, and I work with them to spend their grant money that they got, but not overspend. And then, you know, there's time limits and deadlines, but I don't tell them how to spend it. I just tell them if there's money to spend, because we're kind of like the purse string holders. So yeah, I really like it. It's good. It's good, but it is all day on the computer, sitting down. I have 3 screens of Excel spreadsheet columns of numbers. So, but we are very fortunate. We get to telework 2 days a week. So I love that. I'm so lucky about that. And then we go in the office. So it's just the right amount of social, you know, mix with working from home. All right. I wish I could find my card. Where did my card go that I made? Huh. I probably put it somewhere safe, because I was gathering up my cards for my board. But I thought I had it right here to show you guys. Let me see. It was so cute too, if I do say so myself. Here's another box I made, and I'm missing that card too. Hold on, let me just check. I got one more spot to look. Yep, I made the, see, I already had them in the plastic bags for my my display board. So I have this one. That one went with this elegant. So I got like 2 elegants, right? And then I got, oh, I almost brought you in a pig. That's not the right card. And then I have this one with my Merry Christmas box. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. So there you go. This is a great pattern. I will put the, like I said, the dimensions, the template, on my Backyard Stamper website. Probably not till Saturday evening, because I have my card class in the morning, And then I have to kind of clean that up. Darn. So, but my mom's been helping me. She took out, I have, well, 3 big display boards that I have in my card class area. So she took down all my cards and took them out of the sleeves, because I have little hooks, so they all get in a little dangle, a little dangle thing like that. And then so she opened them up and then put in my new cards. So now all I have to do is go downstairs and hang them up again. And so that was really a big help. And then I've got my kit. I have a whole wall that's just the kits. So I have my welcoming garden. I've got the road to Christmas. I've got the box one that we just did. I've got my haunted house down there and the haunted box kits. So there's a lot that we can to show off, you know, while people are there and they want to get up and stretch their legs. They go and they look at all the boards. So anyways, if you have any questions, please reach out. It's backyardstamper@gmail.com. And if you like any of the products that I used tonight, you can find them in my Stampin' Up store at kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. And please don't forget about my Craft Your Happy Mail classes. You know, it's going to be something new that I'm doing, and it's really for those that don't want to buy a lot of stuff. So you just need like a couple sentiment stamps, and of course if you want the cards to look just like mine, then you would need to purchase the stamp set that goes with the cards. But you know, a lot of us have extra stuff in our stash, and so this way everything is ready to go, ready to adhere to the card and sign it and send it in the mail. You know, happy mail starts with handmade cards. So I will see you guys on Monday, hopefully. Sunday, don't forget my scrapbooking. Thank you, Stephanie, Debbie, thank you so much. Chris and Christina was on. Thank you so much. No, yes, I do have 3 screens at home, Stephanie, because we have our, like, we mimic our home office to the work office, basically. So yeah, 3 screens. So that's why sometimes when I'm filming, and you might see a little bit of stuff kind of on the edges, and that's, I got them pushed back as far as I can, but well, there's always a replay too. So yes, Christina, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.